Hello everyone, Aiden C here, and welcome to this random video, which, um, if all of you don't know, I was having a remastering project where I was going to remaster some of my biggest projects to date, but due to the project being too much for me to handle, I was going to have it split up in two parts, but then the second part, I, I just lost motivation for it. So, if you look at the first part of my remastering project, you'll see it's just changed as the names of the two animations. Obviously, this is a before message before I basically cut to, the extra, the unfinished, the, unfinished concept of what the second part of it was going to be. Just gonna explain something real quick. The last part of this big project, because it was gonna be obviously like the previous one, two bits in one episode. But so basic, man, I can't speak. But basically, what's gonna happen is the fact that the last part of it will be turned into a better idea. But the third part that I lost motivation for, you will see in a minute in this. But basically, after all of that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like show off like some of the behind the scenes images, stuff that was basically not used in basically stuff that wasn't allowed, or I simply didn't want to be used in the animations. Not really much for Comic Soda, but for the but simply for the but for the second part of the remastering project, there was a lot that I had to redo due to the fact that, for example, some colors were off, some designs might have been off. And I know my design that Amy looks different compared to the normal version. It was just something I wanted to do a little bit differently. But when it comes to the colors, I gotta make sure the colors are at least even on point. Sonic has to be blue, Amy has to be pink. But when it comes to like a character called Cream, she caused most of the problems when it came to the animation. The animac, but yeah. So right after this little message, it will show basically what happened. Alright, so with these couple of scenes, what happened was the fact that this character called Cream decided to basically, well, my mind thought she was one colour, when as you can see here, she is a completely different colour. Which means, and you might be thinking, hold up, wait, what about that blooming Unicorn Cream episode you made? You got the colours right on that one. Yes, I know I did, but here's the thing, blooming that little short video was made a little bit in after actually doing the scene, drawing the scenes with Cream in it. It only took me till like the end of the animation when I realised, oh yeah, I got Cream's colours completely wrong. So I had to go back, and here's the thing, I didn't have the file saved properly, meaning I couldn't go back on my drawing app and actually just simply, go back on some bits. No, I had to actually open up the drawing on my app and then proceed to edit it so it looked good. So there was that. And as you can see here, here's a bunch of unfinished ideas for the third part, which I'd simply just, well, for the second part of it, that I really just didn't really need in it. Just some simple designs, some stuff that really didn't make the cut because I feel like it wanted to fit in. There's a couple of designs that I haven't drawn down in the past, so obviously if some of these look newish, then yeah, that's the ones I had to draw these days. Now, for it. But when it came to the fourth part, well, not fourth, the third part, Actually, the first part of this whole huge project that was supposed to be finished, Karmic Soda, not really much had to be changed. I got everything I wanted to get down on spot. There was one to two things and some unfinished concepts because I was planning on making it so there would be more Neo scenes in it, but it just simply didn't make the cut, but due to the fact that I was just simply remastering an old project that didn't really have much in it. And obviously I was too busy fitting in a bunch of other Sanses in it, even some Papyruses, Kairas and that. Yeah, due to all of that, I couldn't add any more Neo scenes than I did. So there's those scrapped content things. And then, well, obviously I'm gonna wait to show off the, actual unfinished third part. Now, fourth part. Simple. I'm not gonna mention too much about the fourth part due to the fact that I'm gonna end up I'm gonna remake the idea into something pretty cool. But for right now, the fourth part is being completely removed. Yet the third part was something that I just simply couldn't finish. I got a decent part of it done, but I just lost motivation for it. It's good. I've made something that looked pretty good for once, but I lost motivation for it. Because like with all the Friday Night Funkin' stuff I've done, with a cancelled blooming Friday Night Funkin' project that I had back then, where I was gonna simply animate the music for it. A huge project that I didn't even have the talent to do back then. So that thing was cancelled. But then, when it came to when I had another channel for a little bit, I did that animation. Now, if you want a decent Friday Night Funkin' animatic from me, then go to that channel. It's like I'll have it in the description. That video does exist, and it's on my other channel that I had for a couple of weeks. And yes, it does have the Karmic Soda, the original one. But that was when I started that channel, so it wasn't really that big. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I need to say. Because I need to get all of this out. And here's a teaser for something I'm working on. Not sure if I'll finish it, but well, here you go.